Nonetheless, we're opening things up with a good old Fortress Hardpoint. Again, heavy rotations, heavy on the kills department. So if you come out strong in that area, then I think you should be good to go to kick things off strong. But definitely going to be a chaotic start to our series here. And unless we get to that Asilo, things aren't going to slow down real quick.
No, not at all. And I mean, even on that last map of Silo Control, it can be a fast map. We know how quickly that you want to stack onto that B site. We know spawning in the other side of Egypt there on the defensive side when that happens. We know how mixy and quick that B cap or that A cap really can get capped. So that's going to be an interesting one if we get there. Now, Epiphany, in our games that we've casted, we haven't seen a map 3 yet. Will this be the first one? I don't know. But here we go between Baldwin Wallace and Western University, already opening up. 3 dead in the feed for Baldwin Wallace with control over this point, but 1 did get through, and I believe those spawns have flipped out. They have. Western University flips these spawns out, now pinching this P1 hill and getting some nice kills in the feed and looking to secure down those P2 spawns.
Yeah, Baldwin Wallace coming off of a loss earlier and now trying to find a way to right their wrongs against a team that they have beat before, but still a dominant one nonetheless. Still a good time for Western University on P1. Spawns as well looking, though, to be in the favor of Western. Suju kill number 3 on P2. A big kill coming out of Zyrex. 10 seconds left on P1. P2 is where our eyes are focused. Number 2, that's Cora, looking to find his way through.
Yeah, Matty Melts starting off hot, man. 6-1. Just saw him with that nice little 4-piece earlier. Conwa with some hip-fire shots out of him. That's what we like to see. Western University, although, does have these P2 spawns locked down and is starting to garner some time off of this. And now 3 dead in the feed. Conwell, the only one left up, getting them a little bit of a closer spawn. But nonetheless, this is going to be Western University with some very, very good P2 hill time.
Yeah, good P2 hill time. Still number 1 in the backside, though. Matty Mounts, you got to take care of him if you're shady. Good kills coming through. It's going to be 28 seconds left on the hill. Baldwin, what can you do to try to inch up on the scoreline as Zyrex putting in the shots? Zuzi as well trying to help with the cleanup crew. But now P3, a big rotation, one of the hardest hills to break within the game. As Zuzi continues to fry towards the middle of the map, Western, they look to lock it down.
I mean, good kills from Baldwin Wallace on the last hill, but that's only 6 seconds to scrap. And if you look at your mini-map, 2 players now behind all of Baldwin Wallace and 2 players now on the hill. This could be a detrimental pinch, but it also could be bad if Baldwin Wallace goes ahead and pushes onto the hill. Matty melts with a 2-piece. That's 4 dead clean in the feed for Baldwin Wallace. And now P3 control all for the Yellow Jackets here, as they have 40 seconds left to work with on this hill, and still an orange kill feed thus far.
Baldwin Wallace, a good break on in. Good time to get here as Western University, they're going to have to find a way to get some of these kills or simply just rotate over towards P4. Polyester, though, making that a difficult task. If he's able to find his way on forward, though, is that going to be enough for Western? Shady with the help, going to make sure that it might be, but still, number 2 going to come out on top, and Cora's going to get some of that time to tick in his favor. As Western University, they already do have that rotation over towards P4, but still, both teams playing this one close.
Yeah, man, this is definitely a back and forth kind of map. I mean, Shady looking more like Slim Shady right here, taking out players. Pookie as well. This kill feed is lighting up purple right now. And they've got them in a little bit of a spawn trap. Pookie just going to continue to try to farm here. He does go down. Western University still with really, really good hill presence and control right now. 40 seconds left to go on the hill. Zuzi finds one onto Kambla. This point can get so mixy. So many different angles you have to check. Zyrox hops in with a trophy down on point. Finds one. Finds the second. Western University with 30 seconds left to go on this hill, looking to secure a good lead. But now Baldwin and Conwa with a 2-piece fly in themselves and now guarded the last bit.
Windows are hard.
Zuzi is doing a little bit of a pull-up challenge here. Can't get through. And 12 seconds left to scrap, and it does look like Western University is hitting this. They do have rotations already on a new.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess okay, right? You get those spots for P2, P1 if you keep this here. Western University just gonna have to play from the front side, take down Cora, and you're good to go. So far, so good for them on the new time. Baldwin Wallace still continuously applying that pressure. Conwa laying down the shots the same, but Pookie is there to take you down. 17-10 right now, and on a 6 spree. Just one away from that cruise. Maybe already got it locked in, actually, if it's just not showing on our POV. I believe he does with that solid line. Should be, right? 6 spree should get you the cruise, so Baldwin Wallace now trying to find a way to break from the front side here of P5. It's a difficult task, though, as continuously Western University making it hard for you to find your way forward.
Yeah, making it really, really hard for you to find your way forward. I mean, Western University right now is holding that 20-point lead, 11 seconds left to scrap. Would have been a little bit big to go to Baldwin Wallace right there, but nonetheless, it will go in favor of Western. And, you know, they are playing a very, very good hard point through the first set of rotations here. It's been a very kind of back and forth game. No team really able to cause that much separation thus far. Both teams making a few blunders, both teams making a few plays. Maddie melts. This kill feed just pinstripes right now. Purple, orange. Vacant hill time as well. Still a back and forth kind of map. I've just looked up, you know, we've got a couple of players that are really popping off. Maddie Melts 20 and 14 on the other side. Spooky 22 and 12, but I'm definitely looking at guys like Cora and Zuzi to pick it up for both of their teams right here. 6 and 21, not what you want to see on your side when you're trying to win this first match.
Yeah, no, that's going to make it difficult for Baldwin Wallace as Western University, they look to extend the lead. Pookie making that much more difficult for Baldwin to do anything on the map. Push out coming through as the spawn trap as well, possibly the same. Eventually, Shady's going to find a 2-piece as well, and I mean, Baldwin Wallace, you're going to have to rally up as a team to get this break on over towards P2, otherwise a full 60 is not what you want to see on the board.
Yeah, I mean, they give up this full 60 right here in the 200-point threshold cross for Western University. It could be a detrimental hill, but here comes all of Baldwin Wallace bullying their way through, but not enough. They will all be shut down here. Polyester, the only one left alive to do something here. Now the rest of the reinforcements come in. A good play from the back there. Baldwin Wallace finds control of the hill for a second. Polyester, another one to find. And now 30 seconds left to hill time. Could go their way, but already you got to start thinking about those P3 rotations, and that's exactly what Western University does. They go ahead and chalk it up. I say that as they have a couple more players hit. Cora finds his 8th kill. It goes down again as well. 14 seconds left of scrap, maybe to go the way of Western, but you gotta lock down these P3 spawns if you want to find a way back into this game if you're Baldwin Wallace.
P3 spawns so influential, Maddie. You just gotta play your life, but you don't. Or at least you try your best, Western University. They find their way in as Zyrex continues to go on an absolute rampage. Zyrex, somebody kill him. Just slaying out towards P1. It is absolutely his, and he gets the nade, and another one.
My God.
Somebody take him down. 5 spree right now, about to lock in the cruise. As Shady now, the defense on the point looking solid the same. It's purple, all 4 down in the kill feed. This one is starting to run away from Baldwin.
I mean, Western University has just started popping off. All players, Shady and Zyrox, Pookie as well, all starting to just pop off. The 200-point threshold about to be crossed by Western University. Baldwin Wallace still sitting on 114. The kills continue to go the way of Western University. P4 control is in favor of Baldwin Wallace, and they need this time right here, Epiphany. This is the make or break hill for them in this match.
Yeah, you can see number 7 waiting for his teammates as number 5 looks to make the approach. You don't want to get broken here for Baldwin Wallace, but Western University, they're setting up well for it. The blood coming through, the time coming through for them as well, as they do organize for the break. 210, 129. We're past that 200-point mark. They're about to extend to that 100-point lead. This is where Western University can comfortably think they'll close this game out. As Spooky tries to stay alive here, it's going to be Baldwin Wallace finding their way back on in. Maddie Melt's top rail is a dominant position to take care of. But still, Western University looking good as we move towards P5 here soon.
I mean, Maddie Melts is having a great game, and I mean, a lot of the guys on Baldwin Wallace aren't having a terrible game, but Cora right now, 9 and 31, he's just trying to be the hill soaker. He's definitely having a rough go of it right now as Western continues to garner more time and more time. 2:27. This P5 could win it for him right here. That is 4 dead in the
Okay.
feed. Daddy melts on a 3-piece right there. That is control of Blacksmith, so they will have a little bit of time to be able to gain here. Polyester trying to find these players that he know could be sitting in the back here. Matty Melts goes down as well as Kamla. Now, Cora, 9-33, the only one left up on the point, gets taken out by a Cruise, and that's Western University absolutely bullying their way onto the point. Matty Melts does take out one, but right now it is all about the pushes from Western. 3 dead in the feed, only Cora left to deal with.
Oh, man.
Goes down, and now it could all be over for Baldwin Wallace.
Yeah, and I mean, they are so good at breaking. Western University consistently finding the kills to do so. It is only a matter of time before this one is closed.
Oh my god.
A done deal, and Pookie continues to fry. Western University looking to right their wrongs against Baldwin and showing why they are such a dominant team.
250 to 162. I mean, that is dominant. It was never close except for the beginning. Pookie, look at this guy, man. The snaps are there. The aim is just apparent how good this guy is on the sticks. 42 kills with 33 non-traded to his name. What a performance out of him and Western University, as well as Shady and Zyrox, both dropping over 30 kills. That was a hardpoint clinic on the Fortress there, and it was absolutely locked down by Western University.
Yeah, and I mean, I gotta put it out. 9-37 out of Cora. You just can't let that come through. And Matty Melts sitting at a cool 35 or so towards the end of that game. So, I mean, that's just where you start to see maybe these players not on the same wavelength, not really finding what they need to. And that's where you'll really get hurt in the end. Even if you have that pop-off star player, you guys gotta have that support in order to find a way to get something going consistently over and over again, getting those rotations, getting those breaks. Otherwise, it's just going to be difficult. So Western University, they're looking slated to take this one. We'll see how it goes, though, as we head into Search and Destroy.
I mean, and it's every time, right? I mean, we've seen this just time and time again with all the series that we've casted so far today. It's just been kind of dominant performance. I mean, it started off with St. Clair. You know, they had one of their relaz drop like 32 kills. I was like, wow, that's a crazy performance on there. And then last map, Freaky goes for 39 on the first map. And I'm like, wow, I mean, that's not going to get topped. And then this one, 42 kills out of Pookie on that map, number 1. I don't see anything changing. I mean, I don't see anything changing, man, as we head into this map, number 2. I mean, it's going to be a slowdown in pace, yes, but I don't think that that's going to affect this Western squad at all. There's a reason why they have won 8 in a row, regardless of D2 or not. They are here to show that they are a team to be reckoned with. 8-1 record on the line right now, an 8-win streak on the line right now, and they're looking to extend it to 9.
I'm expecting some insane wins out of those guys, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Pookie was frying. I mean, I feel like so many of those gunfights were just absolutely unbelievable to watch. So we'll see if he's going to be able to keep doing that. But I mean, when you look at everybody on this roster, right? You look at like Zyrox as well. He went on that insane spree over towards P1 on that second set P3 rotation. And I mean, that is just what you're looking for when it comes to Search and Destroy as well. You find some insane kills that'll let you have that man advantage and you're good to go. So here's to see what they do going into this one.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, it's not just one person on this Western team, right? They had 2 other players that also went 33 and 23, I think 31 and 22 or something like that. Both players dropping 30 bombs, and then obviously Pookie with the 42. I mean, this team has just got so much gunny talent. I mean, like you said, we could see it just in that play of the game and throughout the series, how well their shots were, how straight these guys shoot. I mean, this team could be one that runs really deep in our bracket tomorrow, man. And I'm excited to head into this S&D. It's going to be an interesting one, especially, you know, both of these teams, not only the rivalry, but both of these teams trying to find that first win. I mean, both teams 0-2 in our pools so far. So one of these teams is going to find their first win. I don't understand how Western has lost both of their games so far.
I don't know.
I mean, they're coming out with an absolute vengeance here, and maybe that is something that they needed. I mean, the 8 streak does get technically ended by those other 2 losses in the group stage, but I'm expecting them to come out frying here in this map too.
Yeah, and I mean, now we're going to be heading into a Mercado S&D, so we're going to keep it real mixy going into this one. But I mean, yeah, this is where you start to really feel confident here. I think overall, you look at the KDs, I believe I have them here. I think Baldwin, Wallace, they've just had kind of a rough run in general, if I'm going to be honest with you. 0.38 out of some of these players going into some of these maps, but then you look at Matty as well, a 1.57 in one of his previous maps as well. So this is where you start to see that differential come through a bit. But I mean, at this point, I really just need to see this kind of turn up come through from Baldwin.
Yeah, I mean, you really need it, and especially after seeing them lose like those last two maps, they need to come up big here in this one. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, man. I mean, Western just seems like they're on a vengeance tour, especially against this team. You know, they are coming off of 2 losses. They think that they're a better team than their performances in the last 2 maps, and obviously showing right now. I mean, they're frying, and I don't think it's going to change going to S&D. I think kind of how Freaky told us, if they're a smart team, they're going to be able to show you why they've done so well. Now, obviously, they have lost 2 matches, so this S&D could, you know, get a little mixy. I'm not sure, though, man. It was just such a dominant performance.
Yeah, and you know, here's the interesting thing I'm going to point out. I'm looking at the stat sheet, and you know, Zyrox obviously was one of those key pop-off players we were looking at in that first map. He dropped a 1.27 in his previous series on Hydro Hardpoint, then went over to S&D and was at a 0.5. So we'll see how things go when it comes to this team in Search and Destroy. However, at the same time, I don't know how dominant their win was on that Hydro. So maybe this is kind of one of those examples where, you know, maybe they're just really good at Hardpoint, or maybe they're just consistent overall and one player is having a little bit of a drop off. So we'll see what happens. I'm curious to see how this Mercado S&D goes. But before we get to it, we are going to go to a quick break while we get the lobby ready to go. We're just having some difficulties with the player joins, but we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. It is time to get the rest of this match underway. Map 2, Mercado S&D. What we thinking, Matt?
I mean, like I said, dude, I just don't see a way that Western loses this, man. I mean, they just came out so dominant in that first hard point, almost win by 100 points right there, 250 to 162. An excellent performance on the hard point. We do know that it's going to slow down a little bit. S&D could be a little bit of a Achilles heel for this team, but we'll have to see, man. We've seen 3 hotel S&Ds now in a row, so we've definitely got our fill in. I mean, we're having a long stay, you know. It was a 3-night stay on the hotel. We had to make sure we get all of our days in, man. And we're hopping on here, and it's actually going to be hopping down to Mercado. I thought these guys were actually playing hotel S&D. That is actually our fault right there.
Mercado S&D. Time to kick it off as Baldwin, Wallace look to tie the series up 1-1. Western University, though, trying to right their wrongs against Baldwin, Wallace in the past and close this one out here on LAN. Zuzi makes a quick push over towards that B site, bomb in hand. Baldwin, Wallace looking to get the rotation, but Conwa with the snipe gonna make it a bit harder for Western. Shady, though, with the trade.
Yeah, and that's beautiful shots out of Shady on the heady there on Decora. They're going to get this bomb planted down on B, and I kind of like this play, man. You have so many people that are going to hit that A side right off the start, and oh my goodness, Zuzi just treats Kamwa dirty right there. Traded back, though, by Polyester onto Pookie, so it will be a 2v2 now. Matty Melts and Polyester trying to take down Shady and Zuzi, and it's not going to be a great start. Zuzi takes one down. 23 seconds left to find both of these players and the defuse.
2v1. Matty Melts, what can you do? He's been on the squad for Baldwin, Wallace. Going absolutely nuts, but at this point, just not enough time to work with. It's a success for Western University. Matty Mouse just can't get there in time. He did everything he could. He even found the kill, but it's no avail. It's going to be the first round for Western.
Yeah, man, and Polyester goes down there pretty early, and it creates the 1v2 situation. He does find the first, but just not able to find the second there, and, you know, the timing, just it can't work out. It just doesn't have enough time. 24 seconds left, like we said, to find both those players and defuse the bomb. Definitely a tall task to ask for, but Matty Melts, though, does find himself with a little bit of a 2-streak. Maybe going to be able to build on that. And it looks like to be a basic straight-up A-hit for this Bob Wallace squad, man. They are going to be running right in here, but a little bit held up by the nades. Cyrox trying to see anything. The stun laying at his feet, and Kanwa bullets in his head.
Sheesh.
As now 2 players get taken out. Pookie does find one back, and now Zuzi as well turns it into a 2v2. It just got very, very interesting, especially if he can take the planter off. He does! Pookie with a beautiful shot there. Now it's all on to Polyester in the 1v2. He does have the bomb.
These are the situations you don't want to choke, man. Like, you can't let it happen. You had the man advantage. You get traded out. Now you're left in the 1 versus 2 if you're Polyester. This one will sting. Bomb carrier. But he's going to get taken down. Nothing he can do with it. Western University, another one on the board, and that one hurts for Baldwin Wallace.
It absolutely does. You go up 4-2 in life advantage. The snipe comes through from Pookie. Another kill on the other side of the map to make it into that 2v2, and the snipe off the plant is what kills Baldwin Wallace right there.
Yeah.
Nothing else they can do after that planter goes down. Polyester again left in a bad situation there, and that's going to be the 2nd round on the board for Western University, man. And they're just not making those simple mistakes that it seems that Baldwin is making, you know, off the start here. 3 players for each side, both going to be hitting out to A. All through the cantina for Western University. Combo will find the first one. A little bit of a dive. He is stunned. He'll get traded out as well. Matty Melts trying to find a trade back. But nonetheless, this will be a 3v3 here. 1 minute and 7 seconds left to go for both these teams.
Polyester, this is a dangerous position to be in when you get Chow from the right. You do drop, but the trade comes through from Zuzi. Now Shady. Gonna be that bomb plant coming down. 2 versus 2. As Pookie looks to lock down mid with the sniper. Cora able to find that big kill. Now it's all up to Pookie in the 1 versus 2. Cora, is he going to reveal himself? Yes, he is. Pookie able to find it. One more. It's Maddie versus Pookie in the 1 versus 1. The timing might have just been an absolute bless for Maddie Melts. As Pookie now gonna have to look for this player. But Matty Mel's just maybe gonna go for it. Is he just gonna go for it? Is he just gonna chow tunnel out? I think he might hear the player. So Matty Mel's turning his back. It's so many close calls. You're not even able to get there in time. And Western, they clutched that up. A series of unbelievable and miraculous timings for Western.
I mean, Pookie has him looking every which way but the right way there. I mean, that is a tough one to lose there. And another one for Baldwin Wallace. I mean, these are just rounds that you gotta think that they should be winning. And they just don't find a way, man. I mean, Matty Melts has every opportunity there to win that 1v1, and the timing just absolutely ruins him right there. That is going to be a tough one to go back and watch on the VOD. Now down 3-0. Baldwin Wallace trying to avoid going 0-3 throughout pools, and that's not going to help when nades and Baznevs are flying at your team. Pookie with another one, and Polyester can't even get out of the spawn on offense.
Yeah, and offense is supposed to be the more favorable side on this map, but now you're just getting smoked and choked as Pookie wrapping around the backside, just looking for where Polyester might be, and that's going to be a solid free kill in the bag. 4-0 Western.
I mean, Western, what can you say, man? I mean, it's utter dominance through both of these maps, man. Even watching when St. Clair played this team earlier, it wasn't even this dominant of a performance. And looking at this Western University team, miraculous that they have found themselves 0-2 throughout their pool play. Right now, Pookie 6-1, Zuzi 7-2. Cyrox doesn't even have a kill, but I mean, it doesn't matter when you're up 4-0 and you're finding rounds this easy.
Baldwin, gotta get something going, man. Hey, Conwa, maybe that's the start that you need. Western now looking for an answer back. As Conwa just kind of lurks towards this top side here. We'll see what he's going to decide to do moving forward with the rest of his team. It's number 2 also looking to organize for something. That's going to be Pookie. Able to find that kill onto Maddie. Melts over towards B. Now you ISO those players over towards A.
Look at this rotation, though, on the bomb. Number 1, Shady, going to be wrapping this thing all the way around a B site. All 3 players sitting on this A site with Zuzi laying underneath, trying to be the nuisance. Shady's going to go ahead and try to get this bomb plant down on B. No one close. Zuzi does get taken out by Kamwa, and now they'll have to know bomb is planted on B. Pookie and Shady here to defend in the 2v3.
Polyester. Gonna make your presence known with that. Nade over towards Dark here. We'll see what he can find. One's on Dumpster. A difficult gunfight. Not gonna come away for you.
No.
Cora also gonna drop. As Western, again with bomb down, these situations are so hard to win, especially in a 1 versus 2.
These rats.
So Conway here, he's able to find one. Is the next one gonna happen, though? He's just gonna hop it. You gotta check it now. If you're Pookie, is it gonna happen? Is it coming through? Oh my goodness, it was so close.
Oh, he had to have been 0.3 seconds away from that defuse. Pookie 9-1 now. 5-0
That
up,
one hurts.
and another round for Baldwin that you think they have to win. 3v2 situation. You kill the player off. You have the free rotations over. All you got to do is retake the B site. Both players go down. Conwa ever so close. I don't know a better play that he could have done there.
And I mean, I was just gonna say, like, I was talking about the stats before with Zyrox, right? Like, going great in Hardpoint, and then you go to S&D, and the stats don't lie, I guess. 0-4 now in the S&D, but his team absolutely doing everything they need to in order to make this one up 5-0. So at this point, it doesn't even matter. And Baldwin, Wallace, on the other hand, Conwa trying to do what he can, but it's such a difficult run here. As Western University, they're looking to close it out. It all starts with the first blood. Zyrox, can you find one of your own? Conwa gonna give it to him. That's first blood.
I mean, they're just running right into him. Zyrox picks up his first kill. 6 rounds into this match. He might even find a second. Not going to. Conwa takes out Zyrox. Conwa back with a 2-piece. Big stuff out of him. Now leaving Pookie in the 1v2, and he's not able to do it. Baldwin Wallace will find their first round in this S&D, and maybe a sign of life. We were thinking that it was about time to pull the life support, and just when we thought it was over, Baldwin Wallace shows the ever so little sign of life right now. They're gonna need a full sale right here. 5 more rounds in a row would be needed.
Matt, I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately.
I would take all of the money that I have and bet it that it doesn't happen. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think Baldwin Wallace is gonna be able to streak together 5 rounds against this Western University squad. I mean, playing for the revenge here. Western University, their only loss in the CCL.
And you get blooded.
But it does not look like it's going to happen here. Not only do you get blooded, it's your best player in Kamwa already down. Polyester does find the trade. 3v3.
Yeah, now that bomb going down here as Pookie looks to wrap things out. Number 7 towards Hedge right now, going to get taken down. Pookie making this one a 2 versus 2. Zyrox now reducing the numbers, and Western University a slight setback by 1 round. But an easy bounce back afterwards. 6-1 in the S&D. Pure dominance for a 2-0 in the series.
I mean, what else can you say, man? That's Western University. That's the revenge game they wanted, and that's the revenge game they get. An easy 2-0, like you said. I mean, nothing else. I mean, they were dominant throughout that entire series. 250, 162, and 6-1. Beautiful plays out of them.
Man, I mean, this is where I start to really honestly not know who is looking the best in this in these pools today, because we've seen some dominance. It's been 2-0s, and I don't really fully know what to think. We'll have to see what happens in bracket play and who starts to come out on top. But Western, they're looking real good. I'm excited to see what player we interview, because I'm curious to kind of talk to them and ask them how they're thinking going into the rest of the event. But I mean, Matt, another dominant game today.
Another dominant 2-0 performance. I mean, we saw it all day long, and it really does kind of leave you to wonder which one of these teams is really going to show up tomorrow in the bracket play. It's going to be Championship Sunday, and we're going to get that player interview as well. Like you said, I'm excited to see who we get. Would love to get maybe Pookie in here for a couple of interviews. It definitely seemed like he was one of the main guys popping off. Those 42 kills on Fortress. You can't knock that at all. I mean, they find their first win, and that's also going to be something I'd love to talk to them about. Their first win in pool play being such a dominant performance, and it just shows like there are levels to these teams, right? There's that top level team, there's those mid level teams, and those bottom level teams. And sometimes a mid level team can be so much better than a bottom level team, while a top level team would make that medium team look, as worse as they did. So it's really interesting to see what's going to happen heading into this bracket play. And great to talk to Western University here in our player interview. And Epiphany, anything that you saw that really just stuck out to you in that series, other than the fact that they were frying the entire series?
I would just say, star plays. You look at Pookie and the way that he was playing on the map, it was definitely influential in that Fortress. You saw those kills come through. You see it in the search and destroy as well. Big plays consistently. And I believe we're actually ready to talk to him here. So we're going to toss it to that. Hello, Pookie. How we doing, man?
Yo. What's good? What's good?
All right. Well, I think you guys had a great win, of course. You got that 2-0, especially after going down 0-2 in the pools. That's got to feel good. Yep. So I kind of want to ask you, what caused that bounce back? How did you guys kind of get that one under your belt?
All right. Well, first we played, I think, Newberry, and they're like pretty good. They're better seed than us. We were up like 200 to 140, lost 250, 220. Then we played St. Clair, who's probably going to win this. Everyone says we're going to win this, but what other people think. And we were down like 200 to 80, and then we lost like 250, 220. So I'm like, dude, like one of these got to go our way. You know what I mean? Like we're just trolling, and then we know Conway's team sucks. Like that guy can't guard me type shit. So, we just had to come out. You see 42 and what, 20 something? Like it was just whatever. 11 and 2 in the S&D. Like, it's just tough.
And I was about to say, man, I mean, you just had two absolutely dominant performances. I mean, like you said, 42 kills on Fortress. You go on a 9 or a 10 streak there, I think, on that S&D as well. I mean, talk to us about it. We talked about it before the match. You guys were going up against Conway's team. It was the only guys that had beat you in that CCL. Was there a little bit of a revenge tour here going up against this team? Did you guys have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder? You lose 2 in your pools. Like you said, 2 tough ones as well. And also going up against 2 very good teams, then coming into this revenge match, was there a little extra chip on your guys' shoulders coming out, especially on yours, man? Because you played phenomenally.
Appreciate that. Well, nah, honestly, like my stats look good, but bro, like my teammates, they're all at home. They have like 50 download internet and shit, dude. They came to LAN. These guys are like trick shotting. Everyone we play, like these guys are actually gross, bro. I was impressed. Like all these people were playing around scholarships and stuff. My teammates came out just fried. Even in the Fortress, one of my teammates was like 30 and 20. The other one was like 30 and 18 or something. Like
2 players dropped 30,
bro. They make my job easy. I was just pinching, to be honest. Like,
I was about to say, between the 3 of you guys, I think y'all dropped over 100 kills in that Fortress.
It's insane.
That Fortress Hardpoint.
We were probably killing a little bit, but I mean, we won, so who cares?
yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, one more question for you guys. Obviously, like, what are your goals going forward here? You are now 1-2, so you want to try to make the best of what you have left. What are your kind of thoughts about moving forward?
Not make the best. We're trying to win. I mean, we just lost. Everyone's saying St. Clair's gonna win. We lost 220, 250 on like our second worst map. They picked the Hardpoint. Like, we're here to win, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And my team, we got the monkey off our back, made it to Sunday. If I drove 6 hours from Canada to play 2 hours and then go home on Saturday, I would have been depressed. But we made it to Sunday, bro. Like, I have faith in us. No bullshit.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much, Pookie. I appreciate you coming on for the interview. No problem. Appreciate you. Well,